Hi friends, this is April. I am Wicked Crafty Mom, and this is take 2 on this video. But welcome back. And I apologize for my squeaky chair. There's nothing I can do about it right now, but it's obnoxious. So so today we're gonna make some tags, and I was filming a video. And so this is how far I've gotten already. I picked out some tags from my stack of tag bases that I have here. And then I took out just some random ones. I stamped them all with the same exact background stamp, this one. And I used some Tim Holtz Distress Ink Vintage Photo to stamp. And then I also used that to ink the edges here, and I glued on these pieces of paper, and now you are completely caught up. Except I was telling you about this cat that my son and the cat itself have mutually adopted each other. Because, well, my son loves cats, and our cat is not nice, particularly. She's not mean. Well, she's not playful with the boys, I guess. And they love her and want her to be playful with them. But she plays rough. So, so I do like this. More is done on it. I'm not really sure what else I'm gonna do on it. I'll probably sew around it, which I did do with some of these that were in my packet over here that are my, like, I've done some stuff on them, but they're not done yet. That's my bag of those. I'm not quite done. They need something, but I'm not sure what. Anyway, so these tags I've shown you before, and so I don't know if you remember, but I added the stitching here, and I think that makes all the difference on this tag. And the same thing with this one. I added some stitching around. This one needs a back, but could get glued down. So that's why I put it in the finished pile, because it's potentially finished. So I just stitched around some of these, and I think it did enough that I'm happy with them. So I needed to make some more tags, so that's what I'm doing. So I've got these. This one, whoops. Okay, so these have, these are from a book on botanicals, I believe. I don't remember exact name of the book, but yeah, I think I like that. I don't know if you can even see it. Oh, good. Yes. Okay. So anyway, these are from Botanical. I've been not fussy cutting around the Botanical pages. For the most part, some of them I am, but mostly I'm just cutting out squares and then using them as needed. So I stuck them with my stuff to be used. Let's see. I've got this piece of scrap from making this, which you would have seen if I hadn't had to start over. You're going to hear me constantly checking now, and I'm going to constantly knock the table like I just did. Because now I'm going to be paranoid that the video's doing weird things. It was flipped sideways. I thought I had fixed it so it would be oriented the correct way. And then when I went, it would have been sideways, and I didn't want sideways. So I had to start all over again, which is not a terrible thing. Let's see. Do I? I do kind of like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is glue here and not on the tag, because I know where I want this to end, but I don't know where the tag is gonna, where it's gonna land on the tag. There we go. Okay, let's see. So now I'm just trimming it to fit. There, and now that I've got this and that, I can glue. I know flowers and boats don't always usually go together, but I like it. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking for, oh, here's some music. This will work. I was looking for something else to stick on here. I've got my scraps over here. Figuring out which way I want it to go. 1, 2. I liked that though. That's one of the reasons I put it there in the first place. Okay, so here's this. I gotta make a decision soon, I know. Alright, there's my decision. I'm gonna put it down bottom here. To kind of draw the eye down, hopefully. Because I've got the white here, I've got white here, and hopefully this will be the white that I need to draw the eye down to. This. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. That works. That works. So I've got all the ephemera that I have my hands on right now that is sorted and ready to go has been put in my organizational, I really like this, my organizational, it's called a scrap rack, and it is, I'm looking for something, sorry, it's called a scrap rack. You can buy them online. It is a 3-ring binder thing that will hold your items that you want to use for your embellishments and stuff. That's the word I was looking for, embellishments. I can't find my butterflies right now, so I'm going to stop trying. So I've got 2 cards that are pretty much done. I think both of them could stand with a little sewing, but there's that. Now I've got this 3rd card, and I really like the music from the last card, so I'm going to do a bigger batch of this. Whoops. And ink as always. Oh yeah, I got to ink the edges of those. But I still got to put something on the back too. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that before I sew it or after I sew it. Creaky chair, creaky chair. All right, I'm only 8 minutes in. So, I have plenty of time to do stuff. All right. I like that. And so over in the group, I have figured out what the questions of the day are going to be and what the prompts of the day are going to be. And I'm pretty excited about that because that was bothering me. Oh yeah, I like this. Anyway, that was bothering me because I was feeling like way behind, and I'm still feeling way behind, but I feel like not like it is what it is because I'm a little more upset than that. But also, like I said, I'm trying to give myself grace. because this is my first time doing this, and it's not even, I mean, it's been a month. So, just trying to have some patience with myself. Okay. That part's glued down. And I'm doing it specifically the way that I'm doing it because I didn't know where it was going to end. All right. So this is a stamp that I took and that I made extras with. When I was done stamping these tags, I stamped onto this paper that I had made. And so that's what this is. All right. So this is a paper I just mixed some, I mixed some tempera paint and water and stuck them in spray bottles and shook them up, and that's how I have like, I think 3 colors on this: pink, purple, and blue, or teal or something, actually. Oops. Actually, I can show you. Okay. So, just kidding. It was pink, purple, green, and blue. So this one that I took was actually tempera paint. So I stuck some tempera paint in here with some water and made it, and just added more until it was as dark as I wanted it. And this, oh, I know what I'll do. I wanted to show you, so I'll show you. Watch me show you. And usually I do this at my, like, on my color dyeing stuff. There. And now I'm just shaking it to try to spread out some of the color. And so it is going to affect the stamping on the background, I think. And I mean, it'll do some neat things. I'm not really sure what, but I'm going to put it over here to dry now. So I have, these are all the same thing. This one's with purple tempera paint, or purple acrylic paint. But these 3 are all tempera paint that I got from the dollar store, mixed with water, and then I added a drop or 2 of rubbing alcohol so that it doesn't mold. Which is what I also did with this. Added rubbing alcohol so it won't mold. This is blue food coloring spray. I don't even actually know how this one's going to come out because I didn't really try it. I added some, yeah, so there's stuff in the bottom here because I added washable marker, like the inside of washable markers to, oh, I do like that a lot. So this is just food coloring and magic markers in water with a little bit of rubbing alcohol in it. And it came out really cool. So now that I'm done spraying, well, since I've got it here, I might as well. Look, pink. The tempera paint does different things than the acrylic, I think. I know I'm overspraying this card, but I just kind of wanted to show you that these things work. So, and then I have them hanging on my wall where I can access them. But, like I said, typically I will do the spraying. Whoops, I forgot a cover for a bottle. Typically I'll do the spraying for stuff either in my kitchen, or I have a big tray that I have set up for drying things. There, now watch this, because I'm going to show you guys a tricky trick. Well, it's not really all that tricky. But I'm just trying to pick up some of that color for 2 reasons. This is currently wet now because I just sprayed all over it, so I'm trying to pick up some of that extra water. And also, I was trying to pick up some of the color. It didn't really work great, but sometimes it does. So, all right. So I've got 3 cards drying right now. And then I've got these 4 to play with. Okay. And I don't have to play with them with the same papers either. I can play with new papers. Crazy. It's crazy. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a scrap of something here. Oh, this is... I like this so far. Okay. I did like this, so I'm going to leave this. Ink it and glue it, because I definitely like this one. Would have helped if I had put the pin back on my glue, but that would be ridiculous. So, all right, you stick here. There. Let's see. Ooh, I seem to be checking in 8-minute increments. All right, so I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to tear this edge again so that it's torn for the next one. I'll move my glue bottle out of the way. Let's see, because I definitely want something. I like this, but it's so busy. You know what I'm gonna do? This. I am gonna do this. Okay, ink it up. You can see on my nails where I've been inking today. Okay. So basically because I had organized all my tags, and because I now know exactly what I have for tags that are available for me to use on my projects, I know that I don't have a ton of tags, but I do have a good amount of tag bases. So that's why I grabbed some of these. Bases are super easy to make. All right. So, all right, so we have the cat that hangs out outside at our house. That topic has been covered. Kids are back in school. It's been getting colder here, just a little bit chillier. We have the heat on today, which was hard for my husband. But today he finally was like, you know, I think we should turn the heat on. Which, I mean, I've already turned it on like 3 times this year, but not for long sustained times. I think this might be it coming on for the year, for the duration for now. So, I do like that. Not sure what it needs. This one I'm not going to sew through because it's cardboard, and my machine is not crazy about stitching through cardboard, which is fine, because I don't know that machines should be happy to. Let's see. I know what can go on here. A word. That's what I'll do. Put a word on it. Okay, I need a word for that. I think I have a word here. Yes, I do. These are words that I made on black cardstock. Whoops. And then I hit the cord of my mic with my arm. Probably shook you up again. Let's see. I like this. Okay. Alright. And so this one I can stitch around no problem. Probably, maybe. Maybe I move the music over a little bit so I can stitch. There we go. That'll work. Stay down. Alright. That's another one done. This one is already so busy that I'm like not really sure what I want to do with it yet. Because I need to calm the chaos a little bit, I think. And I'm not worried because I have several more of these. But I just kind of want something to anchor this wildness. There we go. Alright, well, this will anchor it for now. Let's see. And I can't remember if I told you about our cat that thinks she's a bunny. Our cat's name is Weiss, and she was named after a character from the TV show Ruby, or the, I don't know what it is. It's on Rooster Teeth. So I think it counts as a TV show called Ruby, and we have several pets named after characters in that show, and Weiss is one of them. So she has been with us since she was 1, and so we're looking at about 2 years now. And we've had the bunnies for 3 years. So Weiss has not known our house without the bunnies. So she does bunny things. Like, my husband found her one day eating hay. And, like, she wasn't just eating the hay. She was, like, clearly having issues with it. She was choking it down. But she was forcing herself to eat this piece of hay. Like, and we tried to get her to stop, but she didn't stop. Because she's dumb. I love her so much. She is not smart. She falls off tables head first all the time. Because she'll, like, try to play with me. And she'll, like, do that adorable upside down look at me thing. And then she'll, like, fall off the table. Okay, so here's another tag with something missing, but I don't know what. I wish I knew. I've been doing fussy cutting. This is what I'll do. I'll use this. So I've been doing fussy cutting, trying to get stuff ready so that, because, here's why. I've had this stuff for years and years and years, and I've not cut it out. And I was okay with that because I wanted, because it made sense to me to just leave it untouched. But the more I think about it now that I'm trying to use my stuff, the more accessible it is and the less steps I have to do when I want to actually use it, the more likely I am to use it. So if I have to cut it out, chances are good I'm going to find something else. So I've been doing fussy cutting like before bed and stuff. I like that a lot. It's got all the colors of the stuff that's here. This is definitely going to get sewn because I really think that'll look nice. but I think it kind of just kind of grounds everything. Okay, so far, I mean, we've been going, how many minutes? 25 minutes. And we've got 3 tags, 4, 5 tags so far. This one still needs something, and some of these need stitching, but other than that, like, they're kind of ready to go, except for some, you know, some place for them to be written on. Okay, so the last one that I picked out was this one. And this is actually from some word paper that I made, that I printed off. I do kind of like that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with it. I'm trying, well, you know what? I'm gonna do a different one. Let's see. New paper. Oh, I like this. Okay. Where did I put the tag? There it is. Let's see. I know I could use something, but okay. This is another one that I'm not going to be able to sew because I put it on something really, like, ridiculously thick to begin with. So I think this is actually on lasagna. That lasagna box again. Coming up again. So oh, just stay still. Just lay down. Just lay down. Okay. Here's that. And let's see what else I've got. I've got this. I see a thing. Let's see if this will work. All right, I've got a butterfly right here. I think it'll work. I think this will work perfectly. So, speaking of fussy cutting, if I'm about to do something, there, I'm going to cut this off, and I cut that particular shape just to not make it any more awkward on the piece that's left over. So I'm just going to do a quick cut of this butterfly. And I picked it specifically because it's not all here. So that it'll be able to, so I can use this piece like it's a regular piece to fussy cut. And it's a good size. I mean, it's a good size. I like the design and stuff like that. But what my issue is, or was that my tag's too small for a full one of these. So because I'm using the one that's partially cut off, I'll be able to actually fit it on here, where I wouldn't if I had the whole thing. Okay, so I think this will, you know what? That is pretty good anyway. I think I'm, except, oh, boogers. That's not gonna work the way I wanted it to. Is it? No, it is not. That's stinky. I mean, because it kind of would, but alright. Well, the original thing that I was going to do before I saw that was this. So I'll just go back and cut this out now. So there's this little flower here. kind of goes with... So, here's what I'm up against. This says the word smiling, and I really like it. And so that's why I'm trying not to cover it up. Like the butterfly thing would have worked except for smiling. The smiling thing. Alright, so I'm going to ink this and then see if I like it better. Which I might. So remember how I said all my kids are at school? I'm hoping that what I'm hearing upstairs, which sounds like one of my children in their bed, and I know is not, I'm hoping it's the cat. Because it sounds like someone is upstairs walking around on one of my kids' beds. But they're not here. So is the call coming from inside the house? Oh my goodness. I don't know how I didn't see this before, but that's what we're doing. This is exactly what we're doing. Okay, so there's that. I like that a lot. And now to tie the pink in again, I'm gonna ink it. Do you guys like inking your work, or do you leave your work naked? Because obviously I prefer to ink all the things. I ink everything. So you can answer in the comments. All right. Now, because this one is done and it's not getting sewed around, and I'm done with it until I put it on my page, at which point I may find a word to put up here or down here or something. But because I'm not putting it directly on a page right now, I'm not super worried about... I want it to be decorated enough that it can be used, but also undecorated enough that I can add something to it when I actually put on the page, because that way I'll be able to tie it in with the page that I'm using it on. So I don't want my tags to be too plain, but I also don't want them to be so specific that, like, you know, it's going to be hard to put them somewhere. Watch me throw stuff around. This is how I throw stuff around. Yeah. So, and I'm inking this now because if I'm going to sew it later, which I feel like I am, I don't want to ink it after I put the thread on. Or sew it, I mean. So, just because I want it to be done. So, okay, more ink. And so, yes, this time I am just decorating tags that I have hanging out because I found that I had a need to do something with these tags once I realized that, once I got them all located in one place and knew what I was working with, I was able to say, hey, look, I don't have a ton of fully decorated tags, but I do have a bunch of bases. So that's what we're working on today. Bases, because nope, can't do it. Do not sing songs on the video. Okay, so now I've got this little guy that I can use somewhere else. I've got this tag. All right, so there's that. And it's not gonna fit. So I think, oh, let's look at what this is doing. So these are how the sprays are drying. The spray dyes are drying. that I used. So I think, let's see, I think this is a decent time to wrap up, because I pretty much set out what I accomplished, or I accomplished what I set out to do, and now I'm going to work on some other stuff. So thank you for tuning in. If you're interested to come check us out in the Facebook group, Wicked Crafty Mom has a Facebook group, and so you can find me there. I post questions and prompts. I try to do it every day. I don't always succeed, but I definitely try. And I have my prompts and my questions all ready to go for October. So I'm in a good spot there. So come check that out if you're interested. You don't have to participate. You can lurk in the group, or you can participate as much as you'd like. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe, share, and like. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, friends.